Alright, in this video we are going to take a look at two more commands. Those are NSLOOKUP and dig. First, NSLOOKUP tells us the basic information about the domain we have given. NSLOOKUP google.com. It gives us the server address, and this is none other to answer. It has been derived by another server and it says google.com, and so this none other to answer is given by my ISP, and the address is this IP address, and it also resolves this IP version 6 address. So NSLOOKUP basically resolves the A record and the quad A record, that is AA record. To get the specific record, you need to say NSLOOKUP, and the option you need to send is query. Query is equals to say MX, mail exchange records. You need to say google.com. As you can see, we got the mail exchange records, and in addition to that we also got the name servers as well. You can also type the name servers. Instead of MX you can type NS. So there you can see the name servers: NS4, NS3, NS2, NS1, and etc. This is the basic usage of the NSLOOKUP command. So the next command we are going to see is the dig command. So if I say dig -h, so you can see there are so many options. These are special options. You can add, or you can specify no for this specific option. If you say press CMD, the information about some CMD will be displayed. If you type press no CMD, the information about the CMD will not be displayed. So the dig syntax is pretty much straightforward. You can say dig google.com. So as you can see, it has almost resolved almost all the addresses. You can see, so this is some comments that is giving by the dig, and you can see the first one is google.com, and the type of the record is A record, and you have the IP version for address. And next one is name servers. We have these 4 name servers, and we have also the name servers IP address and their IP version 6 addresses. So this dig command somewhat tells us more information than the previous commands, because we can also check the IP address of the name servers, but dig command automatically receive the information for us. So we can say dig. What you want to type is, if you want to specify some particular record, you can say MX, and you can say google.com. As you can see, there are name servers and normal their A and quad A records, and first one you can see there are mail exchange records. That means this google.com has these 5 mail exchange servers. So this, let me perform this same on the zonetransfer.me. So we have got the 2 name servers, that is this one TM1 and TM2, and we have got the IP addresses of those 2 name servers. So to perform the zone transfer, what you want to, using the dig command, you need to copy this name server, and you want to say dig and AXFR. AXFR record gives the authoritative reply from the name servers, that is our GNS zone information. You need to say dig AXFR, and need to specify the @ and need to paste this name server, and from this name server what I want is, I want the information of zonetransfer.me domain. As you can see, dig has almost got entire information, because this name server allows the DNS zone information to be transferred. So we have got this service of authority in records and the text records, mail exchange records, and pretty much you can see almost all information that is stored in this name servers. as you can see, there are plenty of information going on here related to the subdomains and related to their IP addresses and IPv6 addresses and so on. You can see there are also canonical name. You can see there is a testing.zonetransfer.me, which is a alternative name or like pointer to this www.zonetransfer.me.com. So this entire zonetransfer.me website is like a testing website, so they have put just this alternative name for this www.zonetransfer.me. As you can see, there is accesses.zonetransfer.me, and you can see there is a normal text. You can see this is the like checking whether the website has the XSS vulnerability or not by popping an alert box. We have seen this script alert in the JavaScript, if you remember. So as you can see, some query time here, and we can also receive the information from the second name server. We get pretty much the same information because the same information is stored on this name server. Sometimes these name servers stores the different information according to some zone areas and the servers located in that zone. So as you can see, dig command has almost got every information from these subdomains and their DNS records. So if you want to test this first, test in any organization, you can just use some of these tools, dig command and also previous NS lookup and host commands. So the reason I am telling the different tools is sometimes tools gives the false positive, so no tool is perfect, so you need to rely on 2 or 3 tools to make sure that the output is accurate.